Morning students, let's start chapter 7 triangles. So in this chapter we have to basically study about the congruence of triangles. So before that we know what is congruency. So roughly speaking, two geometrical figures are said to be congruent if they have exactly the same shape and same size. The congruent figures can be made to coincide with each other by superposition. Okay, this you already know. Now let us see what are how two line segments are congruent to each other. So congruence of two line segments like AB and CD. Two line segments are there. Two line segments are congruent if and only if AB is equals to CD. These are the two line segments AB and CD. So these are congruent if their lengths are equal. Okay, if lengths of any two line segments are equal, then they are congruent. Now see what are congruence of angles. Suppose these are two angles, angle AOB and angle DEF. When we say that these angles are congruent, when angle AOB is equals to angle DEF, when measure of these angles are equal, then we say that angles are congruent to each other. Okay, now let us see what are congruence of triangles. Let us see what are congruent triangles. Okay, so let us learn about congruence of triangles. The three sides, there are three sides in a triangle and three angles of triangle are called its six parts or six elements. Two triangles are said to be equal in all respects when one may be placed upon other so as to exactly coincide with it, and in this case each part of first triangle is equal to corresponding part of other, and the triangles are equal in area also. Okay, then these two triangles are congruent. How? Means when length of AB is equals to length of DE, BC is equals to EF, and AC is equals to DF, and angle A is equals to angle D, angle B is equals to angle E, and angle C is equals to angle F. Then we say that these two triangles are congruent to each other. This method of testing equality is known as method of superposition. Superposition means when we overlap two things, we get it exactly cover up the first one, then we say that these figures are congruent to each other. So now let us suppose ABC superposes on DEF exactly when the vertices of ABC, vertices of ABC fall on DEF in the order A cover up D, B covers E and C cover ups the. So two triangles are congruent if and only if there exists a correspondence between their vertices and the vertices such that the corresponding sides and the corresponding angles of two triangles are equal. Then these two triangles are said to be congruent to each other. This is the sign of congruency. Okay, this is the sign of congruency. Then these two triangles are congruent to each other. Congruent triangles coincide by superposition if triangle ABC is congruent to triangle DEF and correspondence ABC and DEF makes the sixth pair of corresponding parts. This is the sign symbol of correspondence. So if the correspondence ABC and DF makes the 6 pairs of corresponding parts of two congruent triangles, then we write that ABC is congruent to DEF. Students, now different criteria for congruence of two triangles. The least possible condition to ensure the congruence of two triangles is if 3 condition out of 6 condition, 3 condition out of 6 conditions are satisfied, then the other 3 are automatically satisfied. Like in first case, see what is side angle side congruency. This is called SAS congruency in short. So it is what two triangles are congruent if two sides and the included angle of one are equal to corresponding side and the included angle of the other triangle, then triangles are congruent to each other. Like AB, corresponding sides means AB equals to DE, angle B equals to angle E, and BC is equals to EF. Then we say that triangle ABC is congruent to triangle DEF by SAS congruency rule. This is called SAS congruency. Okay. Means if we place triangle ABC over DEF such that the side AB falls on DE, A falls on D and B falls on E. Now as angle B is equals to angle E, so BC will fall on EF, but BC is equals to EF, therefore C will fall on F. So the 3 vertices A, B, C of triangle ABC coincide with triangle DEF. So ABC cover up the triangle DEF completely. This is triangle congruency of triangle ABC with triangle DEF by SAS. Angle should be included. You have to note this, that angle should be included in this. Now the second congruency is angle ASA, angle side angle congruency. Now see what is angle side angle congruency. Suppose these are two triangles ABC and PQR. In this, if angle B is equals to angle Q, side BC is equals to side QR and angle C is equals to angle R, then we say that these two triangles are congruent to each other. Like if we write this, angle B is equals to angle C, BC is equals to QR and angle C is equals to angle R. Here also we have to notice that side is included. Okay, side is base of these two angles. In both the triangles you can see this. So now here the triangles ABC and PQ are congruent to each other by ASA. This is called ASA congruency. Now the third congruency, angle side congruency. So if any two angles and a non-included side of one triangle are equal to corresponding angles and the side of another triangle, then two triangles are congruent. Like here in triangle ABC and DEF, if angle A is equals to angle D, angle B is equals to angle E and side BC equals to EF. Side could be anything. It could be AC or AC is equals to DE also. You have to take a non-including side. Then triangle ABC is congruent to triangle DEF by AAS congruency. This is called AAS congruency, angle angle side congruency. Means here the side is not included. In here you can see that your side is included, but here the side is not the base of angles, so side is not included. So these are three congruency conditions which you have to study for your exercise 7.1.